Welcome to another training video by Global Social Media Marketing. Today we're going to cover how to set up what was referred to in Universal Analytics as a global site tag on your website. This is now changed to a tracking ID through the use of a data stream in Google Analytics 4. So, if you have experience doing this with Universal Analytics, you may remember that you can install the HTML code manually. There are also additional options to integrate your Google Analytics tracking via the use of plugins through CMS or website builders. Today, I'm going to quickly cover on both of these topics and focus more on installing this manually in case you have a custom coded website that does not have a CMS or website builder. So to begin, this is our website, globalsocialmediamarketing.com, and we have our analytics account properly set up, but I will go ahead and show as if this was a new setup. So we're going to go to analytics.google.com. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to admin and then go to data streams. From there, you will need to create add stream and then select web if you're setting this up for the first time. You'll click yes if you get the notification that a single web stream will meet your measurement needs. I've already got some of mine created, so I'm going to go ahead and click yes. You're going to plug in your website. Give it a stream name. And then you have the additional options here for the enhanced measurements. You want to turn all of those on. Make sure that you don't have the HTTPS and create stream. Now this stream, once it's created, will give you instant installation instructions. As you can see, there's the option for an install with a website builder or CMS. You can do that through the use of the SiteKit plugin if you're using WordPress. It will actually walk you step by step on how to do that with WordPress. So you can follow the steps via the install instructions. It's also got some handy videos there. Another option that you have is if you need to choose another website builder, you can set this up through the use of their videos as you would set these up through those different accounts. So BigCommerce, Drupal, Duda, GoDaddy, Monster Insights plugin, One.com, Shopify, SiteKit plugin, Squarespace, Typo3, Wix, and WooCommerce. So you've got a couple different WordPress options there as well. Now, another way that you can do this is you can do this by installing it manually. This is what you're probably familiar with if you've set up tracking before in Universal Analytics. There's actually also a third option to do this via Google Tag Manager. So if you're going to be doing this as a hard code directly with GA4 and not through the use of the builder or Tag Manager, installing it manually, you would copy the code. You would go to your website. For an example of this, I'm going to use a WordPress website. So I'm going to go to the back end of the dashboard. And I'm going to go look in my settings for the available options of our headers and footers because we have to paste this code in head and footers, and we'll say that in the instructions. If you don't see this option for your WordPress theme or design, you may need to download a plugin such as header and footers under the plugin options. So you can do that by going to add new, typing in head and footers, and installing that plugin so that you have that available under your settings. Now some websites might have that built in, but this will pull up now this header, footer, and post ejections plugin with the options of adding this to my given head and body tags. Now this says copy and paste the code of every page of your website. Immediately after the head element, don't add more than one Google tag to each page. So this is just required to be put in the head tag. I can copy it. I can go to the head. So imagine if I was setting this up from scratch. This would be blank. If I need to, if there's already code on the website, you can just simply press enter and press paste, and now you've got that in there. So that's what that is. I'm going to delete this for the purpose of this video as this is using my website and I don't want to break any additional tracking that we already have on our website. The other thing is you'll see is the body tag. So this may be required for other additional coding if needed, but that's all you have to do in this instance. It's just add it to the head page, and then you would click Save. I'm not going to make any changes as I don't want to change any of our current tracking. Use is by Google Tag Manager. So quickly to go through that, if I went to Google Tag Manager, in your Google Tag Manager account, you have a container ID. This container ID can be copied, and then you'll have the code available to paste on your website. The way that this works in Google Analytics 4 is Google Tag Manager is the container that contains all of your current tags. This can be appropriate for Google Analytics 4 if you want to use a Google Analytics 4 configuration tag, which is nested within your Google Tag Manager account. If you're going to do that, you will start with installing your Google Tag Manager code. In this instance, it says paste the code as high in the head of the page as possible. So copy and then potentially put at the beginning of your head, or you could do the enter again and paste, and there's the head section. It then asks for some additional code in the body. I would copy that and I would go down to the bottom and press enter and paste that in. Again, I'm going to delete this since we've already got our Google Tag Manager code properly installed on our website. So that's another way that you can do it through the use of Google Tag Manager. The important thing to note is that you will have to set up a Google Analytics 4 configuration tag, and so that would be an additional tag that you would need to build in here. For the purpose of this video, I'm showing how to install the tracking ID, so I'm not going to cover that right now. So that's another way that you can install your code, right? And if you ever need to view these instructions again, you can go to View Tag Instructions within your given data stream, and then we'll give you those options again. So you've got directly on the website, Tag Manager, and installing with a website builder or CMS. So I hope this video has been helpful and makes those that are worried about coding or getting into the back end and seeing JavaScript and HTML understand that this can be a really easy process once you've done it. You don't have to be a developer. You could even be a beginner student that's just looking on how to get started with Google Analytics 4. Thanks so much.